What's going on, you guys? Ron here, and I have a quick question for you guys. Do you have an extra $6.5 million laying around? Why do I ask? Well, that's the average price of an ad for the Super Bowl this year, and later we'll be discussing how that connects to cryptocurrency. Uber is also in the news when it comes to using Bitcoin. We also talk about Drake betting big with it, and the stock market's recent plunge, and exactly how many rate hikes may be in for 2022. Now, if you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Now, without further ado, let's get on to the news. The stock market plunged most recently due to more inflation data provided last week. Now, we talked about how our inflation is at an all-time high of 7.5% in the last 40 years, and with this, the Fed may begin to be more aggressive with their rate hikes. Goldman Sachs, an investment banking company, has now predicted that the Fed will have 7 25 basis point interest rate hikes, up 2 from the first forecast of just 5. The change in the forecast is due to the surge in US consumer prices, and this is something that's being felt all over the country. Inflation is hitting all of us, and this move from the Fed seems to be more reactive than proactive at this point. Like we said before, it looks like the Fed was wrong. Raising the rate too quickly may create a ripple effect that not only affects our economy, but the global economy as well. Now, the target for them may be a 50-point basis hike next month in March and 4 more additional quarter-point rate hikes. Now, according to Ryan Wang of HSBC, this may lift the federal funds target range from 0 to 0.25% to 1.5 to 1.75%. Deutsche Bank also sees a similar trend while warning that a 2023 or 2024 recession may be imminent. I guess that's what a lot of us are fearing at this point too. But what do you guys think? Does the Fed have to be more patient with the rate hikes, or should they raise them swiftly to try and curb inflation sooner rather than later? Let me know what you guys are thinking in the comments below. Now, in crypto news, CEO of Uber, Dara Khosrowshahi, has said that eventually Uber customers will be able to pay for their rides with Bitcoin. He has said that Uber will absolutely accept crypto in the future, but that time is not now. And he had this to say about it. As the exchange mechanism becomes less expensive, becomes more environmentally friendly, I think you will see us lean into crypto a little bit more, end quote. Now imagine that ride share though. You go into your Uber and the driver tells you that's going to be approximately 2 Bitcoins for the ride. You accept, and while you're driving to your destination, the price of Bitcoin changes and now you have to pay 4.5 Bitcoins just to get where you're going. Now I'm pretty sure that's not how it's going to go down, but would it be funny? Or if they could somehow allow more cryptocurrency as a means of payment, meaning like paying with Dogecoin, that might be pretty amazing. Anyway, back to the topic. Now, while Uber has yet to finalize a decision on this particular matter, especially with the volatility of the market, some businesses are already accepting this as a means of payment, with Microsoft accepting Bitcoin ever since 2014, and even Tesla accepting Dogecoin for payment for their cars. Now, speaking of Bitcoin, Drake just bet $1.25 million worth of Bitcoin on the Super Bowl. Now, by the time this video goes out, he's either millions richer or he just lost a truckload of Bitcoin. He shared the screenshot on his Instagram page. Now, of the bets, he placed $600,000 on LA to win, $500,000 for Odell Beckham to go past 62.5 receiving yards, and $500,000 on Odell Beckham to score a touchdown. Now, if he gets all these, he wins a whopping $2.8 million. Did any of you guys bet on the Super Bowl? We know a few companies that did, as this year's Super Bowl is also being called the Crypto Bowl. Crypto exchanges like Toro, FTX, and Crypto.com are all confirmed to be running ads for the Super Bowl. Now, the ads will target more of the mainstream market and may open more doors for people to start trading online with cryptocurrency. A 30-second ad in the Super Bowl costs about $6.5 million, not to mention getting well-known celebrities to endorse their product. Yeah, it's getting pretty pricey. As this has become part of the Super Bowl, and at times even stealing the show from the game, the ads are one of the most awaited segments for fans around the country, especially for this year, as the pandemic seems to be here for the long run. This will also have an effect on crypto pricing after the Super Bowl, so this is something that you guys have to check out, as millions of Americans will have tuned in and seen all those ads. Now, talking about big money in Bitcoin, a couple were recently arrested for laundering $4.5 billion in Bitcoin stolen in the 2016 Bitfinex exchange hack. Ela Lichtenstein and his wife, Heather Morgan, were arrested due to federal charges of conspiracy to commit money laundering and conspiracy to defraud the United States. $3.6 billion were recovered by law enforcement using the couple's private keys to their digital wallets. So I guess crypto isn't as anonymous as we'd like to think it is, as the funds from 2016 were still tracked to this date. Now, some of the funds were used to buy gold and non-fungible tokens, also known as NFTs, to Walmart gift cards for $500. Justice Department officials made its point, just Just because it's online and anonymous doesn't mean that the funds cannot be traced.
Carl, that's right. The Department of Justice announcing just within the past couple of minutes the arrest of 2 individuals in Manhattan this morning and the seizure of a massive $3.6 billion worth of cryptocurrency. Now, what the Department of Justice is saying here is that the cryptocurrency that they have seized is related to the hack back in 2016 of Bitfinex, which is a virtual currency exchange. Originally, the amount taken of that cryptocurrency was valued at $4.5 billion. They say they've recovered $3.6 billion of that money that was stolen. They are charging now Ilya Lichtenstein, 34, and his wife Heather Morgan, 31, both of New York, with money laundering in this case. They are not charging them, interestingly enough, with the hack. They say both members of this married couple were arrested in Manhattan this morning without incident. They say they were involved, allegedly, in money laundering of those billions of dollars in cryptocurrency through an elaborate system of washing of currency all throughout the cryptocurrency system. And what they're saying here is that this shows that the United States can track fraud on the blockchain, and they can track cryptocurrency just as well as they can track any kind of currency that's stolen in the real economy. Carl, back over to you.
Deputy Attorney General Lisa Monaco, she had this to say about the heist. Today's arrest and the department's largest financial seizure ever show that cryptocurrency is not a safe haven for criminals. In a futile effort to maintain digital anonymity, the defendants laundered stolen funds through a labyrinth of cryptocurrency transactions. Thanks to the meticulous workflow of our law enforcement, the department once again showed how it can and will follow the money no matter what form it takes, end quote. The story of the couple is so interesting that Netflix actually wants to make a docu-series based on their lives. Now, according to Netflix, quote, as the value of stolen Bitcoin soared from $71 million at the time of the hack to nearly $5 billion, the couple allegedly tried to liquidate their digital money by creating fake identities and online accounts and buying physical gold, NFTs, and more, all while investigators raced to track the money's movement on the blockchain, end quote. Now, this would be a pretty exciting series, especially if the methods used to capture them would also be revealed. Well, that does it for today's video, guys. A huge shout out to all my likers of the channel. I do see you guys out there doing your part in these videos. Thank you as well for everyone who comments and shares our videos. And if you guys want to see more videos like this, you can definitely subscribe to the channel and also hit that notification bell so that you never miss out on any of my future videos. So once again, this is Ron, and I will see you guys on the next one.